Treez is really powerful in creating what I'd call a foundational database, a slate of information that allows us to see in a consistent way across retailers and across brands which brands, categories, and even down to the SKU level are represented in the point of sale system.
This is a highly specialized business. You have to have highly specialized software, and that needs to be efficient. And we've been relying on Treez now for almost 4 years to do all of that work.
And so Treez happens to be the source of truth for transaction data. And so that data coming from Treez's analytics stack has been super helpful for us.
More than a software, we needed a partnership for our success.
And Treez just seemed to fit the best for us. It was very user-friendly, and like I said, it's really easy for people to adapt to.
Yeah, Treez is offering a platform where it is also an opportunity for bud tender education around the products. And Treez is allowing us to be in control of that education, which is huge.
So I really like that Ask Treez is kind of revolutionized kind of into the direction of making it more user-friendly for the end user, which is actually more kind of the patient advisors and the managers on site, more so than us who, when we get in and jump into the big data, that's great. We love seeing all the big CSV reports and everything when we need to.
There's so much more stories to tell in terms of driving revenue and taking advantage of the unique integration that Treez and Enlighten has. So we looked at Treez as, hey, do they check the boxes? Do they do compliance? Is it a great point of sale system? But then the other whole half of that is how point of sale companies work with partners to deliver solutions to customers. And so, again, looking at the space and all the point of sale companies, we said, Treez has a developed API system. They take these conversations serious because they're serious about the success of the consumer.
The top opportunity as the pedal fast brands proliferate in the marketplace, have a bigger footprint, and as that simultaneously Treez has a larger footprint with the retailers, I think that the opportunity is to be able to provide a really insightful sales process that's connected to their inventory.
Joining the Treez family, if you will, I've known quite a few other organizations across the country that have selected Treez. And it's been a great privilege for me to get on the phone with folks that I know and encourage them to look at Treez for their systems as well. And groups that have migrated over, we have kind of this network.
So that's a really big challenge for the cannabis industry that Treez is doing a great job of supporting, which is ensuring that the information that in the past may have been totally disparate and disseminated across resources and maybe not even consistent across different entry points into a platform are actually very uniform and very accessible for everybody that needs to have that information.
So it gives easy access to our bud tenders on the floor, because we do get a lot of people who go, I want something that's vegan, I need something that's gluten-free, I need something that has a low glycemic. And because of what Treez offers on that menu, we can walk them right over to any computer screen and just sit here and touch them and go, okay, here's my gluten-free menu, here's all my product right here. And it's just easy access and accessibility for the bud tender to show somebody what they're looking for.
We really use it. So we get all our data flowing in multiple ways. We get it from the Treez APIs directly, but we also are leveraging like the investments that Treez themselves have made into the Domo data lake. So we bring all that into our data warehouse, and we expose it as analyses to our customers.
Working with Treez, being able to go through the steps of how our store is designed, making sure inventory is safe, making sure we have a SOP that's top tier.
Ask Treez, their new app has really improved how we can visually see the data. So it's very easy to just kind of absorb the data, apply it to whatever you need, and it's very compliant based. So I use all those numbers for our state reporting every month, as well as running run rates and everything for our inventory orders.
So we're able to be very transparent by using Ask Treez to share that data with our team of how they're doing on an inventory side. We're also able to even share our back-end data with brands.
We now use Brand Treez to look at our market share within certain stores, how we're performing on promotions, things like that. So it can be really helpful in taking a closer view within a shop. And then you can also see the broader trends going on in different segments of the market. So we've used Headset in the past, BDS Analytics, and I think they're all great tools. They just offer different types of data depending on what you're looking for.
having a tool like Treez to be able to say that this concept, this tactic is proven, and we can see it in real time. If I have somebody deploying a trade marketing activity in a given retailer, I could watch as those sales move in that given day.
More on the nuts and bolts, the operational efficiencies. How easy is it to use the system? How quickly can you transact?
We have a great relationship with the folks at Treez at all levels, right? Hope is our account manager, and she's in the loop on everything we do. I'm on first name basis with most people on the API support team, Edmund, Zachary. Like they're always, we're sending them the gnarly problems. And it's great when they say like, ooh, we haven't seen this before, thanks, let's have a look.
Ability for Treez to work with brands and to keep that consistency is very helpful, because we're not left to the interpretation of somebody doing data entry at the point of invoice intake. And sometimes people can get pretty creative out there, and you'll see things in descriptions of products that probably the brand didn't want to have and may not even be compliant or appropriate to have on your platform.
The integration that Treez has, because we will be working and advertising with Weedmaps and Leafly and other marketing platforms. So being that integration that Treez has is awesome, and it's very easy to navigate. Having everything all in that one system.
It's been great. I think having some ability to talk with people at the top is really helpful, and the Treez team is always very receptive to feedback. I know our head of corporate development, Nate, worked very closely with them in helping to create some of their new solutions on the platform. So it's great to be able to actually see our feedback integrated, and I think that's really important in making sure that the platform is successful. And we also have things like a Slack channel that's set up for easy feedback. So I think the interactions have been great.
Yeah, it's tough to manage thousands of SKUs, active SKUs within a retail environment, and that's within a single store. And then you need to not only understand those SKUs, the pricing, link them to quality testing, to shipping manifests, all this track and trace kind of requirements that we have. Then you have to track that to the sale, and so you need to know your customer and all of that. It's extremely complex. We use a system called Treez. Treez is fantastic. We really could not do it without Treez. The logic that's programmed into the system that allows us to barcode products, move them from A to Z, it's all there.
Extremely reliably and extremely quickly. So that's something that we really appreciate in seeing Treez's dedication to the quality of their data infrastructure, dedication to the quality of their APIs, and the degree to which, as they've started to build up such a big footprint in the California market in particular, they've been able to add a little bit of structure to what has thus far been one of the most Wild West, confusing, challenging markets to enter.
Treez identified it right away. They identified like, this is a need, and we echoed that. It's like, yes, this is a need, and thank you. Thank you for seeing this as an opportunity to help the industry and to provide something of value.